I'm really trying hard not to be happy about this news because I know a lot of people probably lost a lot of money and maybe a future job if the pilot was picked up for a series. But at the same time, I was totally not on board about a show about the long night. So as you probably know by now, if you're on social media of any kind, or you follow news or whatnot, it's being reported that the prequel Game of Thrones show about the Long Night, though not called the Long Night, possibly Blood Moon, has been scrapped. I think it was originally reported by Deadline, but then Entertainment Weekly's James Hibbard, who you know has a lot of correspondence with HBO and works very close with them and usually has the most breaking articles, came out and said, yeah, we've known for a few weeks, but we were waiting for official confirmation. So to me, this seems pretty much solid news that the prequel pilot will never be seen. Maybe it'll be leaked or something, but yeah, it's a no-go, and I'm not that sad, to be honest. I'm more sad that I don't get to wear this ghost dress after Thursday because it'll be in November. It's like my favorite purchase in the past couple of weeks. It is a bit surprising considering that they filmed the entire pilot, which I guess that's the point of filming a pilot. Then the studio sees it and decides whether they want to go forward with it or not. But it's crazy to me because we've seen so much praise for it. George seemed really happy, and that as soon as, what was it, last month, he talked about how good the pilot was and how much he enjoyed Jane Goldman's story, and her script was brilliant. So I kind of wonder what exactly they didn't like about it. I mean, to be honest with you, why would they go back to the others right after the end of Game of Thrones? We know how their story ends, and I know that's a hypocrite on my part, being hypocritical, because I always say it's the journey, not the destination. Also, you know, you can get those bumper stickers and signs and whatnot, but I'm kind of over the others with how they ended, so I just, I don't know. It's like, I know how Han Solo dies, but I still enjoy reading canon with him, but the others, I feel like we've seen everything that we needed to see, and I'd rather read about it. I mean, I'd rather read most things than watch, but, you know. Again, this has not been confirmed by HBO, so unless by the time I publish this, they've confirmed it, then, you know, obviously take into account when this was published, as many people don't. At all the time. If you're worried about never seeing another Game of Thrones show again, we know that they're working on the pilot about the Targaryen dynasty, which goes up to the Dance of the Dragons, which was that terrible Targaryen civil war, which they really fucked themselves over with when it comes to dragons. So it doesn't mean we're not going to have another Game of Thrones show. It just means that there was something about this pilot that HBO thought, yeah, we'll pass. This is not worth it. And we know Casey Bloys has been very upfront that any Game of Thrones show, prequel, spinoff, successor show, whatever you want to call it, going forward has to be exceptional. They just don't want to capitalize on the brand, on the franchise. They want to actually put something out there that's worthy of being put out there, which I know some people want to type in the comment section, then why did the last season happen? Only God knows. Besides that, George has been very upfront recently that there's another successor show that's getting closer to a pilot order. So we have 2 other shows that may come to a pilot. They may pick up one, and if not, I don't know. I'm not too worried about it, but that just might be because I know I'll get some sort of a Song of Ice and Fire material in the next year or so, whether it's a short story or a book or a pilot, something. So I'm patient. Those that have followed George, I'm not allowed to say how long I've been following George, according to PEGLEG Pete. But I'm going to say that I've been following him for a while, and I've read the books a long time ago, so I'm used to being patient. I just kind of mosey on over to other really good books and shows, I guess. So But what do you think? Like, subscribe, and let me know if you're disappointed about the prequel pilot being canceled. Do you think we'll ever see it? Will it see the light of day? Will it be leaked? Do you think that maybe James Hibbert is wrong and it's still going strong and HBO is going to come out right before I publish this video and say, yeah, no, it's still going on? What are you talking about, guys?